So that is a huge unlock of productivity across the economy. Then you're getting into these new use cases like the co-working use cases and agents, right? So the workflow automations that are happening. It's still early. I don't believe that this is going to replace humans. We had that in the past week, we had that crazy case of an agent deleting a production database in 9 seconds because of a bug. Look, what that said to me is that it's not that agents aren't valuable. They are valuable, but they have to be supervised. This idea that you're just going to be able to like automate all the jobs away, it is a massive amount of hand waving over the real technical problems and issues. The agents have to be supervised. Someone has to be accountable. It's not going to be the CEO. The CEO doesn't want to be accountable for thousands of agents. You need people.
Yeah, despite what Jack had blog said.
Yeah, you're still going to need
6,000 direct reports is a great goal, but it's not realistic. Yeah,
you need IT people who are savvy, who can supervise this and make sure it's working. They have to be accountable to the CEO. Someone has to drive the productivity. It's like Balaji always said, AI is not end-to-end, it's middle-to-middle. You have to have someone to do the prompting, and you have to have someone do the validating, and I would add the supervision and accountability. So anyway, the larger point, though, is I'm speaking to the fact that I don't think there's going to be this huge job loss associated with this productivity boom that we're going to get. And in fact, I think what's actually happening now is that AI is becoming synonymous with the American economy. I mean, the fact that it's generating 75% of GDP, you have this CapEx explosion, this energy explosion that feeds it. And again, just the beginning of the applications that are being unleashed by these new token factories. I think it's all a very, very positive thing. And all these doomers who are trying to throw a wet blanket on it or constantly scaring the daylights out of people, I mean, what do they want the American economy to do? Just to stop? I mean, they just don't want any progress. I mean, again, when you talk about stopping AI or halting AI progress, what you're really doing is stopping the American economy now. You're basically saying you don't want economic growth. AI is now synonymous with the growth of the American economy. And if there's no economic growth, there's not going to be money to pay for all the social programs. There's not going to be money to pay down the national debt. There's not going to be money to basically build up our national defense, all these things we want to spend money on. We have to have a vibrant economy. And that is now synonymous with AI. So I know that AI may not be popular. I see those polls, but having a strong economy is popular. And I believe that those things are now synonymous.
It's almost like there was some architect or czar who set up the chessboard in the first year of this to make sure that it was ultra competitive.
President Trump set the table on this.
Absolutely. With some good advice, I think, maybe. Freeberg, your thoughts?
It's always good to have good advisors.
Always good to have good advisors. Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, but look, I've said it before. The president just wants America to win.
Literally, there are people who, if we were looking at this, I don't know, 100 years ago, it'd be like people were like, yeah, you know what? We shouldn't build the highway system, or we half built the highway system. Let's stop. Let's stop building the highways.
No, the highway system was funded by the federal government. There was no competition. It was the most expensive on a inflation adjusted basis. I think it was the most expensive project in U.S. history.
Yeah. And the railroads before that, you can't stop these things. They have to keep going.